Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's May 14th, 2017. In the NBA, today was Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs. One of the big storylines was Kevin Durant and Steph Curry combining for 74 points, the most points the two star players for the Warriors had scored together in a single game all season. And right away, this took me back to July 4th, 2016, when Kevin Durant was the big news story joining the Golden State Warriors. Last year, he was the star player of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who the Warriors played in the Western Conference Finals. This year, he's on the Warriors. So we're going to cover a lot of things. I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that sports are scripted to the point from the final scores to the box scores. And this will be undeniable if you stay with me from start to finish. I think out of all the videos I've made on sports, and there's been a lot of great ones, this could be the most conclusive, the most definitive of evidence. So the Spurs lost with 111. Before the game, I put out a little preview for this game, and I said to watch out for 16 and 111. The Warriors scored 16 points in the first quarter. They went on a 16-0 run after the injury to Kawhi Leonard. The Spurs lost with 111, plus so much more. We're going to hit it all. But here's what 113 made me think of right away. It took me back to last year when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors on July 4th, 7-4. And again, Curry and Durant combined for 74 points in this game. Steph Curry's birthday is March 14th, born on Pi Day. From his birthday to July 4th was 113 days. A span of 113 days. It was the 113th day of Steph Curry being 28 years old. And this number is very special to the Jewish faith. And it is Zionist Jews who run the NBA. The number 113 is a number of permitted deception, if you will. In the Talmud, it says it's okay to lie to somebody who isn't Jewish, in Bava Kama 113a. And this number 113, it's coded into all sorts of things that are dishonest. Mainstream 113, dishonest 113, not true 113, perjury 113, infidelity 113, and so many more. If you come to this website, gematria.com, and do a search and look through the 113s, it's amazing how many things having to do with dishonesty are 113. And professional sports are it. They are full of 113 and deception, because all pro sports are rigged, deceiving the people who follow them. Before the video, I even talked about Michael Jordan, 113, and Kobe Bryant, and how they both played their last games against the Utah Jazz. For Michael Jordan, it was only a moment, because he came back and finished his career against Philadelphia, where Kobe's from. But just remember Kobe's poem last year to retire, Dear Basketball. All things I've made videos about in the past. 113, typical. We see it a lot in the NBA. Doc Rivers, another 113 that I've done some videos off. He's had some big tributes with this number in his career. It happens. So anyway, 113 days was it from Steph Curry's birthday to getting Kevin Durant on July 4th. And just real quick about Gematria and July 4th. Independence Day sums to 74, just like holiday. And the United States of America, with its 7-4 independence, that's the date we declare, ourselves free of the tyranny. Free 74. We were an English-speaking nation. English 74. What we're talking about is called gematria, which is geometry within the English language, which you're really going to appreciate by the time we finish this video. Gematria 74. Very special number to the history of this nation. The first recognized president, George Washington, the 33rd degree Freemason, George Washington 74. This number has a lot to do with Masonry, Masonic 74. And Freemasonry based in Jewish history. Solomon's Temple, ancient Israel, Jewish 74. The language known as Kabbalah, which is more of a mystical belief. Anyhow, Kabbalah believes that God created the world with language when he merged the letter with the number. And I shouldn't say he, because in Kabbalah, the belief is that God is masculine and feminine. But anyway, this is occult knowledge. Occult 74, show you something about Kabbalah real quick. Kabbalah equals 38 like Jew, and pay attention, English is also 38 like Gematria. You see that? All of these systems interrelated. Alphabetic order, 74, you know, just like English, Gematria. This is what it's based on, the alphabetic order. So anyway, it was the 113th day, July 4th, of Steph Curry being 28, which is a special number, we'll get to why, that Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. And another way to say that is it was 112 days after Steph Curry's birthday. And why does 112 matter? Here's why. Mathematics equals 112, so does circle. And geometry, the mathematical language having to do shapes, very much centered on the circle and pi. And we're going to get to how today's 74-point tribute has a lot to do with pi. So real quick, just to appreciate what perfect numbers are, Steph Curry was 28 years old, a perfect number, when they got Kevin Durant. And the perfect numbers, what they are numbers where their divisors sum to the number itself. So 6 is the first perfect number. The divisors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. 28, the next perfect number. The divisors are 1, 2, 4, 17, 14. You add those numbers together, they sum to 28. The next perfect number, 496. Then 8,128. Then there's not any more perfect numbers that are anyone's aware of. So anyway, Steph Curry was 28. The word man has gematria of 28. When this happened. Also, consider that last year the Warriors' winning streak was snapped at 28 games by the Milwaukee Bucks, who years earlier snapped the winning streak of the Los Angeles Lakers at 33 games. Anyway, if you write out 22 divided by 7, you get 314. Or excuse me, that is right. If you write out 22 divided by 7, you get 314 in gematria. In math, if you really divide 22 by 7, you get 3.14. March 14th, 3/14 is known as Pi Day. That's Steph Curry's birthday. Remember, from his birthday to July 4th, span of 113 days or 112 days later. 112 connects to mathematics and circle. To get pi, which is for measuring radius, circumference, area, 22 divided by 7 gives you 3.14 in real mathematics. Here, I can just pull this up real quick on the calculator so you don't have to take my word for it. But the mathematics shorthand to pi, 22 divided by 7, 3.14 with the decimal point. When you write out 22 divided by 7, you get 314. And look at this. From the day Kevin Durant joined the team to today, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant scoring 74 points, 314 days. 314 days. English, gematria, geometry within language, tributes to the real mathematics of this world. Think about how relevant the circle is. Pi. You know, we live in a world of circles and cycles. If you write out 360, the degrees in a circle, it sums to 227. The number 227 is the 49th prime number, and you can just verify this at this website, which I'll link in the description, gematrinator.com. 227, the 49th prime number. If you write out Warriors, it equals 49. If you write out Kevin Durant, it equals 49. You know? Also, If you write out 360, it sums to 88. Kevin Durant last year when he joined the Warriors, I have a video from July 4th, 2016. If you want to go back and watch, I talked about these same things. His birthday, by the way, is September 29th, Kevin Durant, 9/29, born in 88. United States of America in Jewish gematria is 929. Think about him joining the Warriors on July 4th, you know? But anyhow, from his birthday to the date of him joining the Warriors was 88 days. And in today's game, he hit the 88th points with a 3, a big 3. And then moments later, he hit another 3, giving the Warriors their 93rd points. The date he's born on, September 29th, that's the day that leaves 93 days left in the year, September 29th. If you write out Oracle Arena, where today's game was, 93. Remember the Cavs won Game 7 in Oracle with 93 last year? If you write out Saturn, it equals 93. Saturn to the occult is the keeper of time. They tell us in science the sun is 93 million miles away. Time, cycles, circles. So, let's go through this a little bit more. At halftime, the Warriors were down 20. They were down as much as 25 in this game. At halftime, they were down 62-42 with the Spurs out in front. San Antonio Spurs equals 62. Spurs also has gematria 42. The score was 62-42. Saturn also has gematria 42. And just so you can appreciate this, Spurs in gematria has a lot of overlap with Saturn. A lot of the same numbers. So, we get this Saturn tribute at halftime with the Spurs playing in Oracle Arena. And I've talked about this in seasons past. I'm just being redundant if you followed all of my work. But again, the Spurs are always a team that's tributes to Saturn. So it makes sense that the Western Conference Finals is the Spurs in Oracle Arena this year with Kevin Durant, being a member of the Warriors. The Spurs won 61 games this year. Again, Spurs equals 93 like Saturn. Saturn's the keeper of time. Time also has this gematria of 61. In the first quarter, the Warriors scored only 16 points, and again, I made the point before the game about the death of the 16-year-old girl 16 days after her birthday who was supposedly a big Warriors fan. She was May 11th news. Saturn in Jewish gematria is 511. They've been raising money for her, giving a story that gives positive press to Steph Curry because supposedly he went and signed a pair of her shoes for the father who was grieving. But anyhow, 16 points, 16 is a significant number. When you write out 16, it sums to 33, like Leonard, like Spurs. The Warriors went on a 16-point streak after Leonard was hurt. By the end of the game, as we know, the score was 113-111. Notice the Warriors won by 2. They won by 2 points. When you write out 2, it sums to 58, like Oakland, where the game was, like Golden State, like San Antonio, like Kawhi Leonard. They said that after Kawhi Leonard was injured, the Warriors outscored the Spurs 58-33. Leonard alone has gematria of 33 like Spurs, their star player. And just as a reminder, Star has gematria of 58. David Stern, the old commissioner who took over in 84, David Stern said the NBA is about stars, not about basketball. And in German, Stern means star. We saw Kobe Bryant, former huge star, 58, who played for the Los Angeles Lakers, 58. We saw his retirement ceremony, April 18th, 2016, a date with 58 numerology. The retirement of a star by the numbers. Happened many times before, too. Also today, number 2, Derek Jeter being retired. If you missed my video on that, you got to check it out. Major tribute to the Bush political dynasty and Jeb Bush and Derek Jeter buying the Marlins. But anyway, Jeter wore number 2. His jersey retired. Big news in sports today. Just another parallel with 2 and 58 for you, Derek Jeter, number 2, being retired today by the numbers. Got a couple videos on it. The Spurs also in the second half here. This second half, get this. In the second half, the Spurs scored 49 points, and the Warriors scored 71. Again, this is the 71st season of the NBA. The Warriors have been in Golden State since 1971. 71 points in the scripted second half. The big comeback. The Spurs stars, Aldridge and Leonard, combined for 54 points in Oracle. Remember, the home winning streak snapped at 54 games in Oracle. The Spurs took 84 shots on the game, and I think that's a tribute to Durant. Check this out. Durant equals 84. The divisors of the number 84 sum to 224, which is how many points were scored in today's game. 113 plus 111, 224. Big tribute to Kevin Durant joining the Warriors on July 4th. And again, that's the USA's birthday. United States of America, 84. If I can remember how to spell, hold on, I don't want to butcher this. Now that we think about this, maybe there really is a bigger connection between Jeter and today's game. Jeter, of course, was the face, or one of the faces, of Jordan Brand, the basketball game. Hold on, I want to get Derek Jeter. I think his middle name's Sanderson. Check this out. I just remember this, though. Derek Jeter, he's got those magic numbers, 84 as well. You see? Derek Jeter, big news today. Retirement of his number at age 42. 42. Just one more time, Truth Seeker. He played shortstop for the Yankees and NYC. 42, big boss number. It's all mathematics. So, Kevin Durant, 84, traded on the nation's birthday. Remember how his own birthday, September 29th, connects with United States of America as well? I mean, Spurs go down with 84 field goal attempts. Look at that. They made 40 of 84. Shooting 47%. If you write out 40, it sums to 84. If you write out United States, it sums to 40. And if you write out United States of America, it sums to 84. And it's a nation founded by Masons, Masonry 84, Zionists, Zionism 84, and the Catholic Church, or the Jesuit Order, 84. And we know the Catholics have major influence over professional basketball. Steph Curry went to Catholic school. LeBron James went to Catholic school, where they played their basketball. Those two men, star players of the teams that keep meeting in the finals, both born in Akron, Ohio, in the same hospital. And then, of course, the Spurs lost with 111, the NBA Finals 111. This girl who just died the other day in the Bay Area, big Warriors fan, the news story that I did a video on, born on the 111th day of the year. The Warriors made 39 buckets. I know you guys have heard me talking about that number a lot with the Warriors and Steph Curry and the Spurs. Go back and watch my video on Steph Curry's scoring record against the Spurs last year. It was all about 39. Spurs got the gematria of 39. They just blew out the Rockets by 39 points. These games, so scripted. Also interesting, the starters of the Warriors today. We can just add this up. Draymond Green, the son of Magic Johnson, scored 9. Kevin Durant, 34. That's 43 points. 11 more for Pachulia. That's 54. Plus 40 more from Curry. That's 94. Plus 6 more from Thompson, who obviously drew the short stick when they brought over Durant. He got 100. And if you write out 100, it sums to 74. The number of focus. Here's Kevin Durant's birthday, September 29th, the date leaving 93 days left in the year. Again, we covered this. Make sure there's nothing I missed here. Oh, yeah. On Steph Curry's birthday. Remember, before the game, I said we're watching for the pie tribute. Steph Curry was playing the Philadelphia 76ers on his birthday. The Warriors are originally from Philly. And I said, let's watch to see if Steph Curry scores 29 points on his 29th birthday, and sure enough, he did. Here was the game from that day. The Warriors won with 106 points in their 106-foot-tall arena. Today they tied the game at 106-106. Remember, the Warriors are originally from Philadelphia, named from the book of Revelation. And notice how Revelation's 49 and 121, just like Warriors is. You see? So they were playing Philadelphia on Steph Curry's birthday. It was his 29th birthday. Pi in gematria sums to 29. It was the 29th Pi Day ever, which began in 1988. The date numerology was 54, like Oracle. They had this SportsCenter story, Steph Curry with the pi symbol. I mean, here it is, you guys. Steph Curry with the pi symbol on his birthday. And then this game, 314 days after the acquisition of Durant. You see? When the Warriors and 76ers played before Pi Day, their game summed to 227 points. 227, the 49th prime number. You see? But look at that. Pi 29 like Ohio. Curry scored 29 points in the game. And I got videos that you can go back and watch on all of this. Just get Steph Curry's box score up here. There it is. 29 points on his 29th birthday on Pi Day. You know? Remember, opening night of this NBA season. It was a date with 71 numerology for the 71st season. It was the first game of the World Series where the Cubs hadn't played in the World Series for 71 years. That night, the Cavs won by 29. The Warriors got blown out by the Spurs by 29. And today's date, today, just do this for you. Today is May 14th, 2017. 5 plus 14 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7, how you get the life lesson number, equals 29. You see? Pi's 29. Pi's also 16. The Warriors scored 16 points just after the news of the 16-year-old girl dying 16 days after her birthday. The Warriors were down by 25 points, just like the Patriots were down 25 points, who had a major 227 tribute the day that Tom Brady came back from his suspension in Cleveland. Bill Belichick getting his 227th career win all time. So speaking of the 25 real quick and the Patriots, look at this. The Patriots had their 25-point comeback on February 5th, 2/5. And before that game was played, I said why the Super Bowl was all about 25 and why the Patriots would win. It was going to be the 25th AFC Super Bowl win. It would have been Tom Brady's 25th playoff win. And it would have come on 2/5. Plus, it was the 97th season of the NFL. 97 is the 25th prime. And Bill Belichick equals 97. So anyway, from the Super Bowl 25-point comeback on February 5th to today's 25-point comeback, 98 days. Why does that matter? National Basketball Association equals 98. Patriots 98. Tom Brady 98. The upcoming NFL season will be the 98th. Let's not forget in the NBA, the face of the league has chosen one on his back. Chosen equals 98. So does chosen one. You see? 2015, the first Warriors and Cavs NBA Finals. It went to overtime, game 1, 98-98. Exactly 98 days after the Cavs and Warriors last played in the regular season. And LeBron finished with 44 points in that game. And when he scored his 44th points, the game was already over, and the announcer went ballistic for no reason. No reason at all. A few more things here and we'll finish up. When I turned on the game, it couldn't have been any more perfect. I turned on the game just in time to see Steph Curry hit the shot that gave the Warriors 71 points. 71 points. I had not had the game on. I turned it on. Right as I turned on, Steph Curry's coming out of the court, hits the shot to make it 71. I said, man, I turned on the game just in time. Then they flashed to his parents in the crowd, Dell Curry and his mother. And, you know, like father, like son. The NBA is a 33 league. Dell 33, Stephen 33, or what most people call Steven. Draymond Green, the son of Magic Johnson. By the way, Green equals 49, you know, right for being on the Warriors. There's a reason he played at Michigan State. Tribute to his father. There's the 16-0 run. The streak for the Warriors ended at 18-0. They had an 18-0 run that brought them to 73 points. Remember, last year the Warriors set the 73-win streak, and Del Curry, who played against Michael Jordan the year that they set the win record with the Bulls, was 72 games. That Bulls season, their 73rd game of the year was against Del Curry. And then years later, his son breaks the record with 73 wins. All scripted. So they kept these stats up here about the difference without Kawhi Leonard. We'll talk about that in a moment. Notice Kawhi Leonard has gematria of 121 like Warriors as well. They kept putting 16s up on the screen. They wanted to show how Steph Curry scored 16 in the third quarter. He was 6 of 7. Remember, West equals 67. The Warriors won 67 games this season, winning the West. Steph Curry, they put up this stat, 30 points, number 30. You know, they want to put that in front of your screen. 30 is a number of Saturn, the keeper of time. With regards to him being 10 for 17, that's kind of like 117. Golden State Warriors equals 117, like The Godfather, like Undertaker, like Ohio. Remember, the Cavs won with 117 points the opening night. The Undertaker was in attendance. They've been calling LeBron James The Godfather since the NBA Finals last year. And, of course, Steph Curry and LeBron James, both from Ohio. You know? So Steph Curry at the line, he purposefully missed a free throw, and he made one to give him 74. You see, the big number on the game. And I was laughing right here at this moment. I was like, 74, of course. That's just like when they got Durant on 7-4. And little did I know at that point that the game would end with them both scoring 74 points. Also, not coincidental, notice there was 4:02 on the clock when they were at 74. We see this tribute a lot in sports. 42 and 74. These numbers have a relationship. New Testament equals 42. Begins with the 42 generations to Jesus. The New Testament's where the gospel begins 74, which is the story of Jesus 74. Who died on the cross 74. Who was Messiah, so we're told 74. The story of Jesus, parables 74. This whole Kabbalah thing, by the way, Kabbalah's belief is that we're still living in biblical times. All biblical stories are still ongoing, including the flood. The belief is that God didn't kick Adam and Eve out of the garden. Adam and Eve kicked God out. This is the belief of the Kabbalah world, where God created the world with language and letters and numbers. It's all biblical. That's why last year LeBron James, named after, or nicknamed King James, who has a Bible named after him, won the NBA Finals on the real King James's birthday. Something else that somebody just clued me into this week, which is absolutely sick, and I know this person's right on. When LeBron James won the NBA Finals last year, that was also Juneteenth, the date the slaves were freed. Remember, King James equals 35. If you've never seen my work on Kevin Durant, who wears 35, and the death of his high school coach, check that out. But in slave times, a slave was said to be 3/5 of a man. 3/5. 35, King James winning on the date the slaves were freed. John Wall hitting the big bucket in tribute to the White House with 3.5 seconds left. I wish it wasn't all this scripted, but it really is. So on the scripted comeback, a lot of things put up on the screen. I love this right here. Right after Curry put through the shot, they gave him his 33rd points of the game. You know, the camera goes right to him with 3:33 up. He just made his 33rd points. Right here was after Kevin Durant hit the shot that gave the Warriors 88. Again, he was acquired 88 days before his birthday. The number 88 is made with 4 circles. And again, we're talking about pi, cycles, circles. There's a reason they time travel at 88 miles per hour in Back to the Future. They put up these stats here on the screen. When they did this, I noticed they showed Curry, who was 11 for 22 with 33, reminding me of the JFK assassination. Anyway, combined 67 points. Again, the Warriors won 67 games this season. West equals 67. They tied the game at a minute 06 with 108 seconds left in the game. Again, Oracle Arena is 106 feet tall. Every single year we're talking about this number with the Warriors because the rituals, they're just so ongoing. They're so repetitive. 108 seconds left is mind-blowing for this reason. Golden State Warriors has gematria of 108. Remember, they won the NBA Finals Game 1, where it went to overtime 98-98 with 108 points. 108. Geometry is 108. And again, gematria is geometry within the English language. When Curry hit that 106, it was with his 36th points of the game. When you add 1 through 36 together, it sums to 666, the number of the beast. The NBA Finals also equals 666, just like basketball game. Draymond Green gave the Warriors the lead 108-106. They took the lead right there. Then another big shot, 3 more points. Golden State up 111-106. Look at the NBA Finals and basketball game, you know? Basketball by the numbers. Steph Curry had 38 points, and at that same time, there was 38 seconds left on the clock. For the record, with regards to finals tributes, finals equals 38. There were 111 points then. He was sitting at 38 points. And then what happened? He went to the line and made his 2 free throws, bringing the score to 113. And remember, Steph Curry. Where do I have that at? They acquired Kevin Durant 112 days after his 28th birthday, or a span of 113 days. He went to the free throw line at the end and made points 112 and 113 to put the game away. So again, I'll link all these posts down below. Oh, if you missed the video I did on the death of the local girl in the Bay Area who died 16 days after her 16th birthday before the Warriors scored 16 points in the first quarter. I'll link this blog post and the video. Her name was Kimberly Nuestro, which had a lot to do with the Golden State Warriors and what's likely the upcoming NBA Finals, Part 3 between the Warriors and Cavs, where she died. Mission College, gematria of 67. Happened in Santa Clara, 90. Just like her name, like Golden State Warriors, like the name of her high school. So many things about this girl's name. Her first and last name, the same as Warriors. Warriors win so often with that score. They just closed out the Jazz with 121 points. Also, I'll link this post and the video from July 4th if you want to go back and watch it. I said then, we'll probably see the Warriors and Cavs, and what will make the third time interesting will be Kevin Durant, number 35, playing King James. So, the NBA is pretty predictable. I still suspect this is the case. We're almost there. And let's also not forget that Kevin Durant's from Washington, D.C. You know, the Washington Wizards having their best season since '88. Speaking of which, you know, John Wall on the team. LeBron James has a show on the wall. Everything that's happening is for a reason. It's all ritual. It's all scripted. It's all part of a bigger narrative. These pro sports, they're way more rigged than you know. We're watching Manchurian athletes. One more thing that I forgot to say. Last year, the Warriors won 88 games, and they got their 88th win, their last win of the season against the Cavs, their third win in the NBA Finals. They got it 88 days after Steph Curry's birthday. And then Kevin Durant joins the team 88 days from his own birthday. And then today he makes the 88th points and the 93rd. So I'll link all this information if you want to go back and read about it. But again, we're always talking about the same things, truth seekers. I mean, it's always. That's also right. I forgot how when Durant came into the league, I don't even know how I forget this. I used to live up here. It used to be the Seattle Sonics. And again, Seattle and Oakland are on the same 122nd meridian. Last year when the Cavs won the NBA Finals, it was the first time since '78 when the Washington Bullets won in Seattle. Also on the 122nd meridian. NBA Finals equals 78. Cleveland equals 78. Cleveland, the first team to close out a series on the road. Game 7 of the NBA Finals since '78. Just want to make sure that's clear. There it is right there. And Oakland on that 122nd meridian, just like Seattle. All right, Truth Seeker. Hopefully I explained all that clear enough. If you can't see, the NBA is not a script. And also, as I continue to say, ESPN always puts timestamps that are relevant to the scripting, like their 25-second video of the 25-point comeback. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.